after a long wintry waiting, we have it in here.
Hi guys.
Matti Sulanto, finally back to Finland.
Yes, good to be back, at least for the summer.
Yeah, good to have you back. And yeah, so as promised, me and Matti, we're here on the city of Porvoo in Finland, which is a beautiful old town, beautiful old city. We're gonna be walking around and taking some surprise film pictures. And along the way, we're gonna be talking about the films that we're using, about the cameras we're using, and everything related.
Everything film related.
Yeah. So let's stick around. We're gonna start walking, and we're gonna start talking a lot.
Yes. All right, let me get my first film picture for a long time. I'm gonna take the scooter and the flower pot and the whole scene here. F5 5.6 and a half stop and 1/250 shutter speed. All right. Looks good. At least now it looks good. There you have it. My first film picture, and of course my camera today. My only film camera is the Nikon F3P, the press version, the little bit simpler version of the F3, and my lens is the Nikon 35 f2.8. Beautiful combo on a day like this.
Now that Matti has already started shooting, it's my turn to tell about my stuff. So I'm using today my Pentax MX, which is one of my film cameras, as you guys all know.
But it's you are hoarding those things.
Yes, I'm slowly becoming a collector, which we talk about later. Anyway, I love this camera because it's small, it's capable, and everything that I need it's in here. And it's a fantastic camera. I'm absolutely in love with this thing. And the film that me and Matti are using, it's a Foma 100. We have like a pretty bright day, so it sounds a good idea to have a bit of a fast film. No, that's not fast. Slow film.
Yes.
For today. But anyway, I'm gonna be loading. We're gonna go around and keep shooting.
Talk less and load some film.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Thanks, Matti, for reminding me the important things. Ready to roll. Let's go and shoot some film. Actually, I quite like this wall here.
What exposure?
The exposure that I'm using right now, it's my lens, it's on something between f11 and f8, which might be a third of it. Actually, no, it's half of it. So f10, f9, something. And the speed is 1/250.
Like a stop less than my exposure. Interesting.
Yeah. But I'm trying to, with this one here, I'm trying to overexpose always a little bit to have a bit of a flexibility. Believe it or not, film is gonna be pretty good with the highlights, not so much for the shadows. So we always try to compensate for that with, you know, a little bit extra exposure that we can be sure that the shadows have some details.
3 of these cameras. Not every camera was the P version, but I owned 3 of these back in the day when I was working as a photographer in the 80s. That's why I love this camera. It brings back so many memories, and that's why I have this camera.
Talking about that, was that some sort of special preference back on the days?
I'm behind you.
Back on the days about the about camera brands, or there was like such a camera brand war back then like it does have today?
I don't think it was as fierce because there was no social media, so people could not argue as well as they can today. But of course, some people wanted to have Nikon, some people wanted to have a Canon, and so on. But I think it's on another level today.
I like this harsh light on the buildings.
It's really pretty.
I love the way that the shadows, especially on the windows, they kind of draw different patterns and designs, and I like it.
Yes, and especially with black and white. It
Exactly.
Makes, nice, like shapes and all kinds of
Absolutely.
stuff.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Let's see.
Okay, let me take a picture of the chain. Now I'm at f2.8, almost wide open. 2.8 and a third, because I want a little bit of shallow depth of field. Okay, I want the shadow too. Yes, perfect. 1/1000 shutter speed. Only one shot, that's what I need because I'm so good.
I like the white paint. And again, black and white. It should go quite nicely to have all these white and shadows and dark paint on the wall.
Yes, this light is perfect for black and white.
Yeah, and I don't know, but I always like an old door, just like many on here. But they look nice.
Old doors, they are charming.
Isn't
Who
it?
doesn't like them?
It's true, it's true. So let's find some more.
Let me see if this detail works in black and white. Let's take a vertical picture for a change. Like so. I want the gate on the lower part of the frame. And yes. I wish I had a red filter on to get that deep.
Ooh,
like
that would
black
be the
sky.
black
Yes,
sky. It's
yes.
true. Yeah.
But no filters today. Let's take another one. I mean, I don't think I'm creating any like higher art today, but just trying to capture some shapes and shadows and patterns and things like that. I'm at 1/125 and 8 2/3 of a stop exposure. One thing that you often don't think about when you are shooting digital, that with film you cannot just change your ISO whatever you want, and so you're pretty much stuck with certain shutter speeds and apertures. For example, on a day like this, no chance to use certain options that you would have on a digital camera. Not necessarily a downside, it's just something to think about.
And to adapt as well, you know.
Yes,
have to.
exactly. Did you catch the seabird?
Yeah. I catch the seabird. I shot him, but he's still alive.
I'm just gonna wait here until somebody appears in my frame. I hope it's not gonna take too many hours. I'm including a little bit of the shadow on the ground, so it kind of frames my picture, so there is a little bit of dark everywhere except in the middle. I don't know if I make it clear or if that makes any sense, but I sort of wanted to a little bit of the like a framing
But it's interesting because the background is quite dark. When people are
Yes.
walking by the street, they're gonna be by the light.
Yes.
It's gonna be lit, and then it's gonna give quite a bit of a contrast between the
Yes.
background and the subject. That's pretty interesting.
That's
yeah.
what I'm hoping for.
It's a good setting. Definitely.
The funny thing with film is that even if you say something almost interesting, you still hesitate to hit the shutter. With a digital camera, you would, shoot everything that is remotely interesting. But with film, it makes you think so hard before you hit the shutter. And now I still have more than 20 frames left, and I shouldn't be too shy with my shutter, but still I don't want to press the shutter unless I'm pretty sure that it's going to be something, something interesting.
But it seems like a mindset when shooting with film, doesn't it? It's kind of, we don't want to waste a single frame.
Yes.
Although we might end up doing it anyway, but it's...
Yes, exactly. Nice puffy cloud there between the buildings, so let me see if I can somehow capture that on my film. Let's check out the exposure. I'm 1/250 and 5 2/3 of a stop, something like that. And I'm focusing pretty much in infinity here. Okay, like so. In this case, a red filter would really do the thing, but
True.
don't have a red filter. You are photo walking with another person. You see the same pictures all the time. But I'm gonna take, you can take your version and then we can see if it's similar to mine. Let me check the exposure. I think this is good. All right. Perfect. Again, f5.6 and 2/3, 1/250. There it is. I think there's something weird going on here. With a digital camera, I almost never take vertical pictures anymore. Back in the day, I used to take them when I was shooting for magazines and other publications. But right now, today, I'm almost always taking like horizontal pictures. But now, today, I've taken already at least 3-4 vertical shots, which I almost never do. Funny thing.
Yeah, so this is pretty much our walk around Porvoo Old Town.
It's been a super nice walk.
I was going to just mention that, how pleasant has been the day with Matti.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. After such a long winter and everything, I just would like to apologize to you, my viewers, for the bad jokes. You know, that's something that is very included all the time between me and Matti.
You can't help it.
No, we can't help it. But like we were saying, it's such a great feeling to be here, to be with you, doing bad jokes and talking about film photography, old film cameras, and, you know, having a little bit of fun.
Yes, it's been a really, really nice day, and I've enjoyed shooting some film after a long break. It was a pleasure. We gotta do this again, maybe this summer.
Fingers crossed, we do
Yes.
it again, maybe this summer. Thank you very much, and remember, if you like this video, please give the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel,
Do that.
and also check it out, Matti Sulanto and his channel, which is pretty awesome with all sorts of things in there. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye bye. See you guys.